Martha, would you like to define success for yourself?
Um, e- Success to me is just uh, getting really comfortable with failure because you'll never.
Damn. I mean, darn. Excuse me. Whoops. Really? We didn't
Yes,
practice this clearly.
Yeah,
Getting comfortable
yeah,
with failure. I was not expecting that. Tell us more about.
yeah. It's very
I
true.
was
I think the school system in the U.S. I'm gonna speak to that. Really teaches you to be good and to get good grades and to be perfect.
Okay.
And so, when you look at any successful person, or however way you define it, monetarily, within their life, satisfaction, um, they have all gotten very comfortable
Hmm.
with failing to be able to perfect their craft. So
mm,
it just, especially when you see the old style, that kind of you have to be good, you have to be good.
Mm-hmm.
It makes us scared to walk off that cliff or to try, even though you'll never really feel good about yourself, about anything else, without recognizing really your true strength and your courage.
She's deep, people. That was deep.
yes,
So that was
that's
deep.
great.
I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
define my favorite definition of success is by Deepak Chopra. And I've talked about Deepak in almost every show that I've done in some way or another. And one of my favorite books by Deepak is called The Seven Spiritual Laws of Success. And it's a very simple read. It's probably one of those small little books. It's tiny. It's like an hour and a half or hour and 50 minutes or so on Audible. Very simple. But he defines success in the first few minutes of that book. He says success in life can be defined as the continued expansion of happiness and the progressive attainment of worthy goals.
Mm-hmm.
The continued
Mm-hmm.
expansion of happiness, which kind of aligns with what we're all saying here, right? And the progressive attainment of worthy goals. I heard both of you ladies on the phone say basically you're going to try to achieve a goal. And if you don't, you're going to continue to move in that direction, understand why,
Mm-hmm.
and then course correct.
Yeah.
Kind of what you said, kind of
Indeed.
move,
Mm-hmm.
continue to move forward to attain your goals. I love that. And so the conversation today is, well, how are we to be successful? And so when I bring in the word success, first we had to define success, and then we talked about service. So
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to connect the concept of success and service. So if success is defined as the continued expansion of happiness and the progressive attainment of worthy goals, and service can be defined in a number of different ways. I think we can all define service. You can talk about community service. You can have service to maybe your family, if that's kind of the most important thing in your life. But I think if you combine success and service, I think it's almost impossible to separate them. If you combine them, but it's almost like you have to combine the two, in my perspective. But I wanted to get your thoughts, ladies. Do you agree that the concept of success and service are important? And how important are they?
Well, yes, I truly believe, this is Jerry again. I believe that they are um, intermingled, because I think in terms of the, as Martha was saying, understanding this level of comfort, if you failed, you have an understanding of what that feels like, and I am about feeling and understanding the relationship with our thought processes. So if we know that to serve if we believe that to serve is an attribute to success, then not only do we know what it feels like to serve, but we are open to be able to receive. So what I'm saying here is I think that success and service works together is because certainly, and that's just another piece of where I'm going in terms of where I'm pulling that from, when Jesus served, we know that he was successful. So
Mm-hmm.
if we understand that there is no fear in that process of serving because it is an attribute to success, then it's intermingled. That's what my perspective.
I love it. One of my favorite quotes from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., he says, life's most persistent and urgent question for humanity is, what are you doing for others?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
What are you
I can
doing for
hear you.
others? Right? And if that others represents your family, that others represents your broader community, I think today there's this real push. I think people do want to do good, and part of what we're doing as a part of our programming